5POWER is all I have to say, Alex.
Yeah, you're believing?
No, not at all.
No?
It's going to be Immortals. Come on. They've got to arrive at some point.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably fair, all things considered. Immortals, this used to be their very best map as well. They used to batter people, especially on the T side. They looked amazing on it. It's sort of dropped off now. It hasn't really been a great run for them. Both of these teams played Cobble this tournament, both losing 16-3 as well. To be fair, 5POWER lost to CLG 16-3, so you would expect Immortals to really run away with this one. In terms of like firepower on paper, they just stack them out completely. Like, there's no chance, in my opinion, that 5POWER can do this. We can note, though, they have got some individually skilled players in the sense that they went against Navi. It was a 12-3 half. They showed up in the second one. They had some really impressitive rounds, some individual plays coming out, like 4-man, 3-man spray downs and stuff.
Led me to believe they'd beat CLG.
Yeah, right. You thought that could be just enough from what you saw.
Yeah, that was it. That was my way back in, and didn't quite go that way. But yeah, I think Immortals have to take this, don't you? I think
this would be the biggest upset of the tournament so far. If Immortals
if
knocked
5POWER
out
were to win it.
0-3 by 5POWER, that would be nuts. Like, Immortals, definitely a team that can go toe-to-toe with some of the big names, some quite deep.
Over so close, right?
Yeah.
They're always on the brink of the breakout and never really solidifying that. They've missed out on majors so narrowly every single time.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, then here we go. It's going to be 5POWER on the T side of Cobble here. They've got a smoke, 3 sets of armor, and not a Superman buy. It's going to be not 7, going for the Tech 9, but he hasn't got armor to go with. That's quite rare. And we'll see if that works out for him. He's got aggressive play from Henry. He needs to step out this game with the AWP, being very inconsistent as of late. He does spot a couple of players towards long A, but will be falling back at this point.
Just continuing to round the corner with his mouse in sequence. And face down. You could forget it, Henny. Because he's taken down. Bolt's dinked up as well, way back in the sight. Gooched, I should say, but he has come back out to find one of his own, and FNX has done the same. FNX will double that with a headshot onto QKA. Jonapie tries desperately to put himself in a viable position toward the stables. Rather, excuse me, on the site. As he looked at stables, but gets taken down, and it's Immortals starting off 1-0. Quick round, I have to say.
Yeah, it looked a little bit promising there for 5POWER. Rushing towards long A, smoking connector. They find the first kill towards Henny at long, but at that point, FNX starts mowing them down with the silent USP as he rotates towards that A site. And that's going to be a big round for Immortals. 5POWER really need to sink their teeth in early into this game. They have a chance, get that 3-0. That can be very promising for them. Doesn't happen. No plant comes in either, so they're going to be force buying here in the second round. 4 Tech 9s and a Deagle for QK. They've got a couple of smokes to work with. Towards B we go. Smoke the upper platform, maybe towards connector as well. Flash over, hope for the best. Henny on the mag 7. 3 players towards B for Immortals so far. And for now, 5POWER to see whether they can get this Deagle to open up a kill here. FNX did take a little face at the start there. He's got the only rifle. He takes a dink to the face, and they will be committing at this point.
Dink to the face. Forget we'll sit above the drop with smoke in hand. Bolts. Gonna rotate back around 2 drop to give it a little bit more support. Lucas has already done well there, though. He goes down, and Bolts is arriving on the scene at that exact moment. Will collect the next kill. 3 stay alive. Straightforward round.
Yeah, didn't really get that close. 5POWER get a couple of kills there, but this has to be the full eco going forward. Immortals now, they lose their shotgun, but they upgrade to 2 M4s now, 3 UMPs as we get into round number 3. Nothing really purchased to the T side here, just a couple of PT50s, make it 3 now, and no utility. So maybe just a B rush towards drop down, try and get an exchange here, pick up one of the rifles, see what you can do. But it's very unlikely that they bomb down here, but that will be their main objective. They can sneak that in, that'd be amazing, but I just don't see it happening at this point. Bomb goes towards middle. Still, he's looking to challenge towards long A with the UMP. Unarmored players in front of him, and that's the bomb. And quite a clean shot from him as well. $600 in the bag.
Steal. Ooh. Wants to try and tap away with the bomb down, just to babysit it for a little bit longer, but has to be a bit careful. Bolts will get lower inside of mid. Careful not to get caught with an A. Goes down to 50 HP. As he has the M4 from far. Will get QKA. Henny will wrap in from the B tunnels. Immortals pincer them off pretty much on their own territory. Yeah, no bomb planted in those first 3 rounds there. 5POWER probably can't get the AWP at this point unless someone with full eco. I don't think they did. I think it was a full force buy in that second round. So not necessarily a big deal. The AWP's not required on the T side for sure, but it helps sometimes. Henny, though, he gets out the AWP. And this is the sort of game I expect him to really go off in. Like, this sort of opposition, he's been struggling as of late. He needs to find his confidence once again. If he goes off, remember at Katowice, he had some amazing games there, like unbelievable performances. Some of the shots he was hitting were out of this world, but this tournament, not so much. Been getting battered across the board here. As we enter round number 4, 5 players towards B. Not a rush as such, but they will be using the smokes and molotovs at the start, and they do significant damage towards Steel. He goes in, though, and Forget has to subside the attack. On One's drawn, AK is ready, FNX. One's already bypassed him. He's got to be a bit careful on how he peeks because he'll get taken down quite quickly by Forget. Not Seven's also closed up on another one. He's going to try and spray through the smoke to get an additional frag as they lock out Immortals, and Stevie's lost sight inside of the smoke. Number of sprays coming in, echoing AK shots as they fire off in succession, but it's Henny left alive, 1 versus 4. Good take from 5POWER.
Yeah, very fast indeed. And obviously overwhelming the CTs, a bit of a bonus run there. I think they're 2 SMGs to work with. Henny now trying to damage the economy, I would say, and misses that shot. As there's any real chance to do anything into this round, might as well save the AWP. There will be plenty of money remaining for the CTs going into the next round, so they're fine in that respect. As we close this round out, in terms of the money, it's actually not as amazing as you think. Like, 5POWER were finding a couple of kills here or there. Henny tucks himself in towards the truck and T-spawn, so he should be absolutely fine to save this weapon. But they get $1,400 on top of this with the orb saved as well. They certainly will be buying. Steel's got 7K. Henny can drop a UMP if required, but maybe that goes towards... Oh, he gets another one, just at the nick of time. Didn't quite catch that on the feed there, but he did find a kill. So Steel, AWP, and a double orb setup now, Matt. So... an adjustment here. They obviously have the 3 rifles to go with it as well. Pretty decent buy with 2 kits. 5POWER finding some early success towards the B side, but how long will that last for?
Long enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Well, Steel solo play towards danger here with the AWP, looking towards top middle. Doesn't find anything just yet, but does get a decent amount of information for his teammates. It's 5 players towards B once again. If it's not broke, let's not fix it. And Henny's going to be taken down with a close range encounter.
Down indeed. FNX Hobbit hole. You can't spray like that. Not quite Taz levels, but certainly not pretty from FNX. Not 7 if we're getting a kill, and this is going to be another round. Even with those guns up, Immortals, they're going to have to save. Steel drops all the way back. This is going to be money gone. Big chance for FNX, to be honest.
Exact same round, I have to say. And Henny, he spotted a gap in the smoke there towards the upper platform. He had a chance, but Flash came in and he was caught out of position. He's going very aggressive, that AWP. All things considered, you probably wouldn't play in the fountain position like most AWPers do. It's not really beneficial to play broken wall with an AWP unless you're going full shotgun mode. And he gets punished for it. And like you said, FNX with a big whiff there. 2 players in front of him could have tapped away, but went for the full spray. Did some damage towards Not 7 and Stevie, but unfortunately for him, no frags obtained. And Steel once again trying to save his AWP towards long A. Saves it a still a chance in the next round, but he should be surviving. Not really worth the kills at this point, and he challenges.
He got it. He got it. He got Not 7. That's very risky, though.
Yeah, not really worth it, in my opinion, but he pulls it off, so I guess it's fine. And that's just getting a bit rough now for Immortals. I don't think they can force around this. They have about 2K per player, maybe PT50s and 5.7s for the remaining CTs. And the thing is, we've always said it on Cobblestone, it's a map that lends itself to AWPers in this sort of scenario. If you can get towards middle, find the first pick, get back towards B, just keep funneling to where you want them to go, it's certainly still a possible round for them. And Max 7 comes in for FNX. That must have cost him a lot of money. Yeah, he's fully invested into this one. And it's another B play. Why not? They keep finding the kills, keep doing it.
Good shot, FNX takes down Stevie. Additional takes down QKA. Shotgun does work to an extent. They've still got to find additional kills because on the site they're going to get taken down. In fact, it's just Steel remaining once more, and that AWP might start to be very valuable. Fancies is getting a little bit more aggressive this time with it. He got 1,700 though because he dropped over for his teammate.
This is the 3rd round in a row now that Steel has to save an AWP. And it won't be.
Oh! Forget!
Hello.
Never forget. Steel gets taken down. This is actually getting interesting. 3 rounds in a row they've done the same thing. Immortals has to compensate for it. A knife is going to tilt them. Builds up money for 5POWER, obviously. But now they control the pace. They control everything. Because as soon as they start to adapt in the B site, 5POWER can just curve it up, throw it over to A. Do anything different.
Can you imagine? It's
That's
still very
amazing.
early days, but 3 very convincing rounds. And here's the knife. Steel, once again, trying to save that AWP.
Could have been no-scoped right there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Staring him down.
Nice cash injection there for the T's. 3-3 now. And a difficult buy once again for Immortals. They're only a 3rd stage loss bonus. They get 5 and 4s, no kits, and no utility whatsoever. 1 decoy remaining, the 1-minute 40 mark. They have to find frags here, and FNX trying to do it, but he gets Molotoved off. Jumps up on the upper platform box here, but he's having a real rough time taking bullets there through the smoke. And he goes down to 64 HP, but gets away with his life. Oh, no B rush this time.
Remarkable. Steel. Try and get up a little bit closer on the B platform, whereas Bolt peeks down to mid, spots him up, backs off. And this is where we said 5POWER can start to change things, start to put more pressure onto A. Good response over toward B, aggressive from Steel, but it's a trade. FNX still goes down. It means 5POWER can actually adapt, and they're going to go back to B once more. Why do I get the feeling it's just going to be B, 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 B?
Mate, if it's actually
Mate.
providing them these sort of results, just keep doing it. They're winning the duels, and this is what we said about this team. Might not have the most tactical depth, but they do have players that can aim, and it's working out so far. 4-on-4. No grenades for the CTs whatsoever. They need to start hitting shots, and those flashbangs will be a problem for Lucas. He needs to find a couple of kills here. Doesn't get one. Does some damage, though.
Does decent damage as well, but the spray down still needed to control his aim better than that, because once again they commit to B. This time they do it from drop, a different approach, and another bomb plant. It could be a 4th straight round. Bolt sprays through the door. Not going to amount to much. I think he tagged Stevie once and all of that. Had the lineup right. He may have been behind the wall, in fact. QKA fighting off against Henny. Another 1 versus 3, and Bolts is gone.
4 in a row.
And a pause called. I don't blame them. Zach's going to call this right away. This is why I bet on them yesterday. Where were you guys yesterday, 5POWER?
Well, they're keeping it nice and simple for now. Just go towards B, this time a little bit slower, and take the jewels. They know the money's going to be low for Immortals. They're only a 3rd stage loss bonus on the CT side, and they went into that round with 5 AKs and armor and a decoy and a flash. That was it. They tried to take the shots at the start and just got punished for it across the board. Lucas heavily challenged toward drop down as well. 1 flashbang took care of him. Like we said, did a bit of damage, but overall, the B split working out once again, and 5POWER take the lead after losing the pistol as well. 4 clean gun rounds, and it's going to be presumably another eco here for Immortals. They save a gun, take a pause, and slow down the pace of this game a little bit. QKA, he manages to pick up the AWP, and Bolts, they're not looking too happy right now. This would be shocking for them if they went out 0-3 in the group. It's probably one of their worst tournaments to date, not picking up a single map victory here in the Swiss format, but still very early days. Not going to get ahead of ourselves. It's great for 5POWER to take the lead at this point, but Immortals, definitely the sort of team who can get back into this game. Let's remind ourselves as well, their T side is excellent. That's where they really strive for perfection. They're very good at that side of the map, and hopefully we can see them bounce back here. This would be a shocking result, but in terms of the buy this round, an M4 save for Bolts, and he'll be joined with some Desert Eagles and a bit of body armor from Steel. Here's the frag leaders so far. FNX, 6 kills, but hasn't exactly been performing amazingly. He got, I think, 3 in the pistol round, so hasn't gone well since then. And probably the other 3 came from the anti-ecos.
What's up, chicken? Not 7. Going to start to go over toward B while they split the map this time. 3 of the players heading here, fast as well. They're going to try and beat them to stairs because that's where they set up last time to get the trade. It's obviously still favored 5POWER, but that's what they're trying to do to shut them down over toward B. So they just want to maintain that map control. 5 players again in the hall. Nade's going to do damage. Bolts overcommits. Gets a kill with the nade, but has to be aware of the fact that they're putting so much pressure in that position. He goes down as well. That's the only gun. Pistols will rotate over, get closer this time to avoid getting locked out by the wall of smokes, but ooh, good shot, FNX. Now they get rolling. I was just saying, because they still have to go against these AKs. Swinging in, Steel manages one more, has to go for the reload, get protected by FNX. He needs to hit these shots, he can't. Does make up for it to drop the bomb, and they have a man advantage. As QKA has to go back for the bomb with the smoke down. He'll re-smoke it, but he's going to get poached upon with 15 HP. Finally, it goes Immortals' way, and FNX does a great job, I have to say, with the 2 kills. Nearly cost them by not saving Steel sooner. Yeah,
a much-needed round at that point. So, time and time again, we're seeing 5POWER go towards B. This time punished by the pistols. Immortals desperately needed that one. It was getting a little bit scary for them, but it looks like 5POWER wants to go towards B once again. I'd say at this point, after showing so much present, you give them a little MSL call at this point. He shows lots of B executions and he rushes A. Just there starting to adjust to what the team is doing. That's when you send 5 people up middle, just straight up rushing dry. But we'll see what happens here as we go into round number 9. It's going to be Forget down to the UMP. Back towards B of all 5 once again. It means you have to operate very quickly, and they're going to keep going with it. FNX ready a broken wall, and he's going to be flashed once again. UMP comes in front of him. Who wins this duel? It's going to be FNX. 5-on-4, finally, for Immortals.
FNX backs away. Not 7 will do the same. Schwadapai's gone in, though. He's through the smoke and the flames. And a kill. FNX is low. He could have easily capitalized. Lucas goes down. They've opened up the site once more. 5 men in B, Immortals. You're going to need 2. Double nade from Stevie. Gets 2. As Bolts and FNX go down to the blast. It's going to be just Henny remaining. AWP spots on tree. Scopes can't find it. And 5POWER find 5 rounds.
Reset as well. They did win an eco, so there is some residual cash, but it's going to be Bolts and Steel down to absolutely nothing. Just $1,400 in their bank accounts. That's a big reset. The double nade, that's very rare in CSGO to see that happening. And the nade towards the rock, that saved the round for 5POWER there. It was quite an equal exchange till then. Henny, he has a bit more money than everyone else. They will be forcing into this round. 4 pistols and the Henny AWP. It's a rough buy for them. This could spell double eco territory if they lose this round, but like we said, Orpas, in this sort of scenario, they can step up, and Henny, we need to start seeing some big things from him. He's been very quiet throughout this tournament. Q4A, QK4, QKA,
There you go.
I think that's the one.
Yep, you nailed it.
He manages to
Speaking of nailed it,
get the first pick there, but it's going to be 5-4, and towards the A side we go. Not towards B this time, mixing things up.
trying to buy in, wrapping onto the stables.
Okay.
Not stable with his aim, though. Not 7 does trade, but could have been much more efficient. Leaves them with just the one-man advantage. However, for Gut, will take down FNX, and he's already looking to get away. Go to B. Impressive stuff from 5POWER. I have to say, Steel. Down he goes. Henny's got to save the op.
Yeah, definitely has to save the AWP. But what a game this is turning out to be. This, I thought it would be a clean cut
This
game.
was the day. This was the day, Henry. I should have gone 5POWER MVP. I would have had it. I would have come back. I knew it. I knew I was a day early. I peaked too soon.
Okay, well, Matt's still believing, even though I asked you before and you said no. But you're right. If you'd have bet on them today, maybe you'd have had a chance of stealing one of the maps away from me. But still, Henny will save this AWP, but that still was a harsh reset before. I said if they lose this round, that's like double eco territory. They get 1900 into the next round. They have saved the AWP, though, once again. I think they've saved an AWP 3 times now. This will be the 3rd. And we'll see whether they can actually hold on to it. Yeah, it looks like they will. He's all the way in T-spawn. And an adjustment this time from 5POWER. They've shown so much presence towards the B side. Fast plays towards B over and over again. This time they change things up and rush towards long A. Very fast rounds, but why not? If you're going to do defaults and get picked off 1 by 1, that's not going to work for you. If you've got 5 players that are just brutal aimers and people that can go toe-to-toe with the likes of the Immortals, you might as well just throw them into the bomb sites and allow them to have duels with some simple flashbangs. And so far they have the lead, and potentially another round coming in their favor as well. Number 11, just 1 AWP here and no one forcing around it. They get PT50s and CZs, and back towards middle we go. Henny, what's his position? It looks like he'll be actually in the B site, and 3 players towards long A with these pistols. A lot of crossfire set up here. A lot of work to do with just the PT50s. We'll see whether they can find a frag and maybe pick up a rifle here.
Wodapai will start to look out toward long A. Double stack up with the pistols again for Immortals. Bolts is here. Try and find something with Steel. To the wall they turn, dodge the flash, good headshot, follow it up. Finally something for Immortals. They'll run forward to try and grab the guns as they know danger's likely occupied. Stevie spotted. He backs off. Lucas will start to cross nade. Could be bounces. Oh, the wrong way. I thought he was going to get the kill on Steel instead, but it's not 7 that does find one. Stevie follows it up. Low HP in the corner. Steel pre-fires it though and manages to succeed. 2 versus 2 with the bomb still down, but he's very limited. FNX needs to strike, needs to get in position, does. And now they should be able to wrap this up, you'd think. Not 7's going to try and flank them out.
Yeah, he's made a little bit of noise there. It doesn't seem like the CT's heard him, though. Bomb down, and you're absolutely right. This should be quite a successful round for Immortals. Another eco victory for them. They got the 3-0, and so far, the only rounds they've won since then have been eco rounds with the PT50. This time they did take an AWP in, but 30 seconds remaining, not 7. They can find Steel. Maybe there's a chance. They're grouped up in the same corner. It's not going to matter, though, as Steel finds his 3rd frag. And they bring the score down a little bit closer to 6-5. So another big eco round there for Immortals. Yet to win a gun round, which is kind of nuts, all things considered. 5POWER's money might be starting to dwindle. To be fair, okay, not 7. He's got 10k, so he can drop a few weapons around. A couple of players were struggling there. We're back to a full buy situation. Henny back on the AWP. I don't think he's had any impact at all. He's on, okay, he's on 5 kills. But FNX, he seems to be the player. He got that 3-man with the Deagle. He gets 2 there with the PT50 as well. So here we go, round number 12. Very fast half, I have to say. It's been quite an exciting one as well. Very fast-paced CS.
2 games in a row we've had fast-paced CS. FaZe coming up in the next game versus Gambit. I imagine that'll slow down a little bit.
Yeah, especially with Zeus at the helm. He likes methodical Counter-Strike.
Nade in. 5 starts to push in and get toward danger. FNX will peek, but they've already got a boost on top of the pallet. Not a boost, rather, but Lucas climbing up on top of the pallet. So 2 players inside of drop, 4 inside of B. Not surprisingly, considering how much pressure's been applied there. But 5POWER's going to change it up this time. With only bolts on A. Try and overwhelm him as he sits behind the APC.
Well, here we go. Back towards A we go. They've actually given in to the idea of rushing B almost every single round. Focus on A the last few. Huge round in terms of the economy for both sides this time. I think either team will be broke. Whoever loses this round is going to be on eco. So A commitment comes in, smokes towards connector and the vent room. Flashes towards bolts as their cannons.
Cannons is all right, unless they swing wide here and don't get taken down immediately, because then there's nowhere to hide, and they're going to double face, but he gets the first kill because they're not expecting it. Line up for the second, not 7, trying to peek it out and win it, can't. Bolts, ooh, does very well, in fact, to find the third on Stevie. Eventually, he expires, leaves it to 2 kills on QKA in a 1 versus 2.
10 seconds, though, no bomb, we can't win this, it's over.
Oh, they're both there. They get him, it's an AWP, misses, they double face, okay, all granted, but they could have made that a little bit more difficult for themselves than it needed to be, but it goes 6-6, Immortals back into it. 5POWER need to be slowed. They need to be shut down. Not around they are, but they continue to get this momentum, and they're getting scary.
Immortals tie things up, and we said whoever lost their round will be down to an eco. It looks like the force spike comes in from 5POWER guys. Don't want to give in just yet. They want to allow the Immortals economy to swell. So they go in with the Tech 9, 2 UMPs. They have some utility to work with as well, along with the AK-47s of Not 7 and Stevie. Back towards A. They really don't want to go back towards B at this point. Fast-paced round towards middle, getting control of danger as well. No presence whatsoever from the CTs on that side of the map, and you can see the rotations coming in. The CTs are aware this could be a possibility. Here comes QKA, though. UMP towards top and middle.
Pick up from Bolts again as FNX tries to spray through. It's Lucas that gets the next kill instead, though. Yeah, we'll have to sit placing toward top of mid. Gets closer, drop down. Lucas mistimes it, and Bolts is able to capitalize. However, it's just Forget remaining. He goes down immediately thereafter.
Well, after what was a very exciting opening here, and it was 7-1 in terms of the gun rounds for 5POWER, 6-1 I should say. And since then, Immortals have stabilized once they got the money rolling. The A site focus from 5POWER hasn't really worked out for them too well, and now they will be down to an eco. And there was a force buy in the previous round. Number 14, one of the fastest halves of the tournament, I have to say. As we get into this one, it's going to be Tech 9's PT-50s, and another A side push. They'll be smoked out for now, and give away they're on PT-50s as the shot comes through that smoke. So FNX decides to get a little bit more aggressive on the upper platform, confirming it will be another A side attack, and the rotations come in once again. They should be able to shut this down pretty comfortably.
Off, Steel has to go in behind the van. So try and get the more stable. Bolts gets a lineup on it instead. Sprays in 1 and 2. Well done. And a good, very straightforward round for Immortals. Much needed as well. We're down 14, done already. 8-6. You said it best when you said fast half. It's incredible we're this far into it already.
Yeah, right. Well, we're going to number 15 here. It's going to be the full buy for 5POWER. I think let's go back to B at this point. Let's just say, okay, that A side attack isn't really working out for us. The B rushes. We're at least getting jewels. We're getting the bomb down. We're making a clutch situation. I think A has been the letdown for them. So I would assume that's almost exactly what's going to happen here. And 4 players head towards B hall, so that suggests I might be right in that respect. But it's going to be QKA not joining them, so maybe not as fast as the bomb actually heads towards the B halls and not fully committing at this stage. Bolt, so close up towards the smoke in middle. Firing off some shots with his picked up AK. FNX getting some confidence now. Getting all of his shots. He must be top fragging at this point. I think he absolutely is. Oh, it's actually Bolts who had an amazing round on A to be fair. He's on 15, FNX on 12.
FNX on 12 and stuck in the corner right now. Steel to watch from Tree. If they get them in a perfect crossfire, that could be one way to shut down what 5POWER has been doing on the B site. Look at this push as well on our left side from Bolts. He's getting well and truly on the backside of 5POWER. This could be their toughest take yet. Lucas has lost track though in the smoke of exactly where they've gone. And Forget has got FNX down from the archway. Once more, they continue to open it up. Bolts does get one on the flank, and Henny has to step up. Talk about his consistency. Manages one, spots another on the statue, but bomb's already bailed. It's going toward A. The last player on the B site, QKA, just wants to hold in the 2 players. And they're going to lose track of this bomb. He's also got Henny down. Bolts is locked out. This is actually quite good. Just barely, and he does get QKA, realizes it's now toward the A site. 100 HP on both, kit for Bolts, but no nades. And Chwatapai's going to take the fight. He's already in connector. This is very good. He's going to hear him coming, takes the headshot, 8-7, 5POWER, what a half.
That's a great play there from Chwatapai. Knowing that his teammates bought him so much time, that brings it down to a 1v1 as well. The player in B is trying to stay alive as long as possible, makes it happen, and Chwatapai party towards A. You'd assume he's at long A, maybe beneath the balcony, APC, something like that. He gets in the connector, and Bolts, he doesn't really have time to anticipate that, gets taken down. So that's a nice little play towards the end. It was 4 rounds in a row until that final one there for 5POWER. So the B bomb site working out for them. And Matthew, I think it's time to take a quick break before we get into...
need it.
Yeah, right. That was an exciting half of CS. We'll take a quick break. Do not go anywhere.
incredibly fast-paced half that splits the difference by 1, 8-7. And 5POWER overwhelming the B side a number of times. Immortals had trouble, I have to say.
Definitely did, and they won the pistol as well. They got that 3-0. Definitely a very exciting game of CS, and they're pumped up as well right now. They're shouting, but to be fair, like I said in the first half, Immortals, this is where they really shine. On the terrorist side, it really suits their play style and is working quite loosely and using really amazing firepower to take down their opponents, especially those AK-47s. If HenryG can get rolling as well, I haven't seen that much from him that's impressed me as of yet, but hopefully this could be his half. 5 sets of armor suggests something quite fast coming in from the T's, and it looks like they're sending 5 players towards the B side as well. 1 decoy for bolts, that's all they've really got in terms of utility, and it's going to be the B split. 3 towards drop down with the bomb.
Well, FNX will drop down. And with the bomb, as you mentioned, good shot from Stevie, but Henny does forget back. Stevie's got another in behind that lovely protective flower pot. Bolts finally gets inside of the site, and Steel will get Stevie down. It leaves it 2 versus 1 in favor of Immortals. However, it's not 7. And a 1 versus 2, smoked off in the window, doesn't want to go through it. He's very timid to do so. Bomb, he knows, was down near drop. Okay, I take that back. It's on the other side. It looked like he was going to spot Steel trying to grab it, but he'll get no information. What he does get is a bit of time to his disposal before that bomb gets planted, which means he can get closer and try and find some information. Knows they've got to stick the plant. And he'll sit to wait. Steel goes left on the peak. Still trying to find this. Bolts in this doesn't need to move. He just needs to protect his teammate and wait out the time. No kit, 4, not 7, tries to get aggressive. Can't do it. Bolts is there, 9-7, Immortals, good pistol round win.
Yeah, both pistols going in their favor, and a pause comes in, I would assume, technical. Yeah, players dropped out the server, so a chance to reflect on what just happened there, and the pistol round is a very fast play from Immortals there. 3 towards drop down, 2 on the upper platform. It looked like it was equal exchanges to begin with there for 5POWER, hitting some nice USP headshots, but after that, the trade's going in favor of Immortals and managing to get the bomb down left. It was a pretty difficult 2v1 situation. Couldn't get the headshots, nice crossfire there, 1 on our platform, 1 on the site, just getting the information and facing together. And without the kit was a pretty tall order, I have to say. We get into round number 2 here. You'd assume the force spike comes in from the CTs, as we are waiting for one of the players to come back in. A chance where you can't really talk to your teammates. You have to sit there in silence. Obviously,
you do.
Using the Valve rules there. So no talking.
Is there a rule on sign language?
I don't think there is.
It's well,
maybe communication in general. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. I think the rules very clearly say communication.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because we all know I know some sign language.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I just the 1 finger salute.
Ah, right. Yeah, okay.
That's my specialty. Either way, 9-7, technical timeout. Immortals end up winning both pistols.
Yeah, they do, and they're looking for the 3-0 once again. They got it in the first half, and it will be CZs and the body armor into round number 2 here. Full force spike. CZs across the board. Ready to see that. And obviously Deagles and maybe a couple of 5-7s here or there, but this team fully going all in on the CZ mentality. And they're stacking 4 players towards the A-long position as well. Forget, he's by himself at the B area. And that's looking like where Immortals may finish up.
Steel. Bounce down to Molotov. There'll be 1 to go to the left. Smoke as well. Doubled up the Molotovs. They take that back, so they've got all kinds of flames inside of the drop room. Very clearly suggests that that's where they would like to go. Stack was a push toward A, 3-man. 1 inside of the B, 2 inside of connector at this point. And Lucas can see the window to try and hold it off. QKA on the other side getting a little bit curious. Lucas has made a jump, so he'll know he's there, so I don't think he'll peek after that. Just try and contain them. Immortals bleeding away some time. Perhaps to let FNX in.
Well, yeah, he's getting some great positional control. Lots of information. If he sneaks towards connector undetected, that might not happen, though. Takes a lot of damage. They're going to try and take him down. This is the chance to strike, boys. They do get it, but it will be the B attack, and they've got no real firepower towards that side of the map whatsoever. So as soon as Immortals are in, that's going to be pretty much the round. I say that, though. Note 7 with an amazing CZ frag, and it gives them the man advantage. 4-on-3 now.
It's not 7 that's going to try to open things up inside of the site with just the pistol. Bolts will already get in, though. Steel doesn't need to peek. He can cover him off. Bolts will get the first shot. Bomb to go down. KFC, he can sit and control the action, the angle. 3rd kill for Bolts in the round, 10-7.
Indeed. Well, I got a little bit excited there. FNX going down first, but he was the bait. And unfortunately, that was a full A stack as well from the CT side, so they took it. And at that point, Immortals go towards the B site. Yes, they lose another player, but once the bomb's planted, you can establish the crossfires. They'll be absolutely fine. So it's going to be round number 3 here. Full eco for 5POWER, just USPs, and 1 deagle for Stevie. What has he got for them? But Immortals now with a MAC-10. Nice close-range weapon. FNX doesn't buy any utility whatsoever. He's just trying to farm some cash here, doesn't want to invest in the extra utility, throwing himself in first and seeing what he can do.
Steal. Getting ever closer toward the tree position. Not 7. Gets FNX. Steal does manage to pull this back, though. It's going to be all Immortals. Pretty straightforward against pistols. Not surprising, I suppose, but they look convincing, and they need to shut down 5POWER, because traditionally the Asian teams have been struggling on T sides, and they had a pretty decent one.
Indeed. Well, 3-0 does come in quite cleanly now, and it's going to be Immortals at 11-7. Stevie, the only player that really invested into this round with the Desert Eagle. And we do get the 3-0. Round number 19 comes in, and it will be a difficult buy for 5POWER here. Didn't really get much going on this 4 spice, so no orb's going to be available to them, or a kit. They've opted for a bit more utility, get the 5 smokes out, no incendiaries. So what's the plan here? The problem with Cobble is, as a whole, it's been often stated, is that the CT option is very limited at the start of the round, especially if you don't have the AWP. You can challenge towards positions like drop down and maybe towards long A as well, but they're quite predictable. And Immortals now with the 2 SMGs, this is like a little bonus round for them. They did lose the MAC-10. The UMP is still very viable. They'll be heading towards B and trying to shut down the unarmored heads of 5POWER here.
Well, that said, Swattapai, I'm not sure why the Asian commentators have just gone insane, because it's just a build-up to a straight execution. There's just a wall of smoke going in. It's going to be 5POWER on the inside of it, though, and that's going to work out well, because they'll pick up kills just about every place possible, and QKA will take down Bolts.
Maybe they're a few seconds ahead of us.
Are they? How could they be? We're getting a direct feed.
Maybe different goes.
Because they went nuts. I don't know. That's spoilers.
Or maybe they just know more about the game than us. They could see that building up. They could see the crossfires.
That's possible. Yeah. That is possible.
They felt it coming, and that was quite a simple B attack from Immortals. But like I said, bit of a bonus round there. There's a full execution, and Swattapai managing to get things going there. He gets Molotov out, but gets a nice spray down there. 3 in total. Good work from him in the first go-round. Once again, going in favor of 5POWER. They started the streak on the first half. Can they replicate that as we go into round number 20 now? A buy available for Immortals. The AWP for Henny comes in, and fast play towards drop down. FNX trying to make things happen here with the SMG. Actually gets in towards Connector. They will be expecting that. First kill comes in his favor.
FNX get taken down by not 7. Swattapai will rotate back around as a result, because Steele is inside of the drop room, so he has to put his attention there as they spread their defense very thinly across every single choke point. Specifically, the 2 bomb sites as they rotate back over now to be committing fully, because that's exactly where Immortals want to go. Good pickup from Swattapai, but it's not going to amount to much in terms of differential. Differential. That's a new term I come up with just now, as Forget gets taken down in the 1v3.
Well, that was the big round for 5POWER. We said they needed a streak there to really sink that team into the second half. It's going to be 4-1 now on the second. So that's the reset, unfortunately. In terms of the buy available, they have about 4K on 4 of the players, but Stevie, he's been taken down to 1,400. And Forget that we will be forcing into this. They want to see if they can stop Immortals in their tracks at this point, try and shut them down in response. As we get to round number 21, the buy comes in. Shotgun, FAMAS, a couple of upgraded pistols as well. Bolts leading the charge, though, for Immortals. You can see on the screen right now. Not 7 on the other side, doing similar work. And it looks like Immortals want to continue the fast pace as well. They have been focusing towards drop down. FNX getting towards the window position, completely undetected. That was quite nice to see. Big round now for 5POWER. They can pull this one back. There's still a chance in this game.
And he's trying. Every angle, just go for it. Flash out will leave QKA dazed and confused for a moment of time. Stevie trying to play from the E-box as the pistol on the other side of it, but QKA's got a decent position here. Bolts is unaware. Ooh, is he spotted? That smoke's going to dissipate, and he's sitting vulnerable, but this is a good position. Good read from Bolts. Good spot. Just catches the leg sticking through, I think, from that angle. Yes. Hobbit hole for the gun. This is a kill. At least one. Oh, where is it? Bolts looks! He swings. Good timing. Good response, though. A very quick response from Henny. AWP from the stairs at that angle. It's quite impressive, but it's Forget with a round that no one will remember.
It's true, and unfortunately for 5POWER, this is one of the rounds they had to win. It's going to be 13-8 with second stage loss bonus. This is double eco territory. They've got nothing left in the bank. And Immortals now, after an exciting first half, I have to say, they have pretty much guaranteed themselves the victory at this point. Like I said, very good on the T side. They're looking in control right now. And we'll be 5-1 in the second half, and they're very close to finishing this one off. Forget, he's just hoping he can get a frag of the Max 7. If he gets one kill, that's $900 in the bank. At least there's something to take to the next round, and he might get it. Unfortunately, no. FNX, who's having a pretty brutal game so far, manages to find another frag there and brings the score on to 13, as I said. So $1,900 into the banks of the Chinese side. They have to take a full eco here and hope they can get something together into the next round where they get $2,400. Here's a replay for you. What have we got? It's Bolts on the upper platform. He seems to be killing absolutely everyone right now. And here comes the eco. 50 purchase, 2 of those. That's about it. This is almost a guaranteed round for Immortals.
Bolt's going to follow up in the footsteps of Giants. His teammates, Giants. Lots of smoke down. QKA plays close to the broken wall inside of it. Try and catch them on a drop through, but again, just the pistols. Immortals definitely run with this the second half. Only one round for 5POWER. That was the first gun, and then they were hit with the reset. They've been reset yet again in this particular round. So it could, all things going as they should. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's a 14-8. Go to Immortals after this. Flash through, Bolts. Turns in time to get Forget. Lucas will follow up on Stevie. Great shot by Lucas. 1 kill for Schwadpop, but he's gone. And another quick calculated round on the entries.
Yeah, not really much 5POWER could do there with just those PT50s. Now, Immortals 1 round away from match point, and they were the heavy favourites going into this one. But I have to say, 5POWER gave us an entertaining run. This is another elimination game. Both these teams on 0 and 2. So it looks like we'll be saying goodbye to 5POWER. Unless they can tremendously step up at this point. It's going to be 14-8. All comes out for QKA. They don't have any kits here, and Immortals don't show any signs of stopping just yet. Very fast half from them as well. Bolts playing very well right now. Number 23. 3 players towards the upper platform, nothing towards A. This will be another fast play. Henny gets taken down.
Shot by. Waiting, despite that the nade went off very near his feet. He stands with a 91% of HP. Steals made his way back over to A side of the map, but not Seven's pushed up. Traded back by Bolts. That's going to open up quite a gateway toward the A side. They're far away from it, so a rotation could arrive. But the drop-down position with FNX hasn't committed to it. Will cut off rotations to a certain extent. It may also, in fact, bring the bomb back that direction in the 3 versus 3. So Schwadpop becomes the next man in the hot seat, if you will.
Absolutely. This is looking like a winnable situation, and even more so as Schwadpop finds FNX, gets the double kill towards a drop-down room, and now it's just going to be Bolts who is shut down as well. So we're not done quite yet. 5POWER keep their heads above water, and it's still going to be lots of money available for Immortals. That's the only problem here. 5POWER haven't shut down their economy just yet, so a lot of work to do here going forward. As we enter round number 24, 5POWER looking to find double digits. They've put up quite an impressive performance so far. We saw them against Navi have some very good individual performances, but nothing really to suggest they're going to make any sort of impact in this tournament. Just a couple of good plays here and there, but also shown to be relatively decent here against Immortals, who have looked slower in the beginning sectors. They won both pistols as well. 5POWER still have 9 rounds, to be fair to them.
5 rounds in a row now. I take that back, sorry. 1, set it down. I was going to say 5 rounds in a row, reset. It was 3. Yeah. Well, no, I meant, sorry. Yeah. I didn't finish my sentence because I realized that it was actually less than that. I thought it was 5 reset. It's 3 reset.
Yeah, so they still have money.
1 round in a row. Calm down, Henry. Let me get it all out first.
I normally do.
There you go. FNX is going to get the first kill, though. So this would be another reset going into map point. This could be game right here for Immortals if they are able to succeed in this particular round. Great start for 5POWER, but coming up a little bit light in the end. Remember, another elimination match, excuse me. Be the second of our Asian teams to go home.
Indeed. Leaving just MVP in the tournament. Henry, there's a shot. 5 on 3 now. It should be guaranteed. Is Lucas. He strikes towards Connector. Can't find the second frag, but still does. And now just QKA, who pretty much has to go for this one. It'll be a pretty harsh reset for the CTs. They have nothing in the bank, and it'll be match point for Immortals. So what does he do? Does he go for it and try and make something happen? Or does he just save the orb? I think the latter has to be the option there. They're going to be planted towards A. He has no kit, no nades, and the AWP just has to save the weapon and hope for the best going forward. Bomb time up. Nice little addition here at Starladder. I think it's the first tournament ever to use that from memory, at least.
Yeah, as far as I recall, it's done well. I think I agree with you. The green bar, you can defuse it in any situation. Yellow, you need a kit. Red, you're screwed.
Yep.
Wow, that was a fast cut. FNX, though, will put them on a map point. QKA does go down. The op not saved. No money left for 5POWER. Immortals will power their way potentially into the 1 and 2 bracket. Keep themselves alive in this tournament.
There's the odds for you for the next game. Gambit going up against FaZe. FaZe, the heavy favourites there. Almost by 3 times. We'll see whether they can pull it off. They've had an up and down tournament. Losing to Hellraisers to kick things off, but they are starting to pull it back. Much better yesterday. As we go into potentially the final round, you can see the buy from 5POWER. Not a single rifle there. Shotgun, UMP, and 3CZ going aggressive. They might get his first kill. FNX goes down, but it's going to be Steel and Bolts fighting back.
It's indeed fighting back, and they needed to because a very fast push now gives an AK onto StarLadder as well. QKA still waiting, hoping that someone will push through the smoke toward Long B. There will be no chance for the flank any further. The AK's backed itself into a corner. Element of surprise, perhaps. A's wide open, but they don't know it. Completely open. Now they'll start to consider it because they've got the time. 1:10. They could at least poke their nose in. See what's going on.
Yeah, 3 players towards that B side. It's a bit of an overcommitment at this point as it looks like Immortals slowly but surely go back towards A. You can see 5POWER making that consideration at the moment. And it looks like only StarLadder can do something about it, but he has got the AK-47. It's going to take some amazing aim from him at this point as he rotates over towards a balcony by the looks of things. He will indeed. Has to win at least one of these duels. If he goes down without a kill, that's it. It's GG. Gets himself to the A side, so there's a chance. Decent position now.
Just barely. Does manage to do it. The AK picked up. Starting to really be a benefit to them as it's going to take down Henny as well. 3 kills for StarLadder, but they don't know where Bolts is. He slips in behind. He's gotten 2. Back to the 1 versus 1, and they stay alive.
Whoa.
Great round from StarLadder.
Yeah, we said he was the player that had to find at least 1. He gets 3 with the AK-47 and finds 15 to 10. Didn't look like they could do that round, but they managed to pull it off and find double digits here. I'll have a look at the cash for Immortal. I think they'll be absolutely fine. It won't be the best of buys. I don't think Henny can pick up the AWP unless he's been dropped one already. I might have missed that at the start. He actually goes down to a CZ here, so he's trying to keep his money a little bit stronger going forward, I guess. So 4 AKs and a CZ for him. He actually fully invested. He doesn't have anything left. That's all he could really buy. So this is a chance to have a 5POWER. They win this round, they could bring this to overtime. That's nuts, considering they lost both pistols and went down 3-0 on both halves. They have shown us to be good players, and in the high-pressure situations like that, with just shotgun the CZs, they're keeping the dream alive for now, at least.
Dream alive, that's one way to put it. It would be a dream to beat Immortals and stay alive in this tournament.
And
the youngest of our Asian teams that are here, first time in an international tournament that I can recall, that I know of.
Yeah.
Unless there's some alternate universe that I'm not aware of.
I think Not 7 has some history in 1.6. I think that's about it. All the rest of these guys, don't think we've seen any of them before.
Yeah. Sure there's a history somewhere that we don't know about. Can Yang will tell us. Can Yin Yang. Bolts back toward top drop. Henny and Steel will go immediately over top. In fact, they'll now send 3 that direction. Good shot from Bolts. Forget gone. StarLadder on tree has it all to do. Finds 1. Looks for a second. Double trade, double peek. As Bolts comes back out, but QKA on the site has done very well from the statue to find 2. Bolts will get another, but he's taken down by Stevie and a pinched effect. It's FNX to fight in the 1 versus 1. 2 kills from QKA, 1 from FNX, and he's caught by the op. And it's going to be round 11 for 5POWER.
They keep it going somehow. Another 1v1 going in favor of 5POWER, and they've broken the money fully here of Immortals now. Second side loss bonus, they have to take the eco on the chin. Bolts has gone in with the Tech 9 and body armor, but they can't close this one out. Here's the replay of Schwader play with the AK-47. And I said overtime was a possibility, and this is quite good read from 5POWER. They don't go all in the rifles and limit themselves to utility. They notice will be an eco from 5POWER, so give themselves some smokes, incendiaries, bring a couple of SMGs out. They still have the AWP as well, of course, from that final kill of QKA, but that obviously goes without saying they dropped this round, this game over, but want to make sure they keep as many players alive in this round and try and allow themselves to have enough money to finish this one off. Immortals still comfortable, but it's going to be not 7 to find the first kill on FNX towards long A.
Bolts. Backs away. Forget. Flashed off. Still gets his vision back in time to get a second headshot despite being low, but 2 kills come in for Immortals. Make it a third as Henny gets another to make it 2 versus 2. QKA still has the AWP. The bomb was dropped. They have to go back for it. Definitely giving up some ground, and ooh, that's big. A lineup for the op that's missed. Bolts hits a credible shot, which means now they've got the man advantage. They've got the bomb down. We see our timer start.
Spots one.
He definitely knows where Henny's gone, but where's Bolts? He's going to stay on top of the site. That'll give information away. Peeks out, now knows where both are. But it's a shot done and a game over. 16-11, Immortals will take down 5POWER. A
bit of a hollow victory, I have to say, for Immortals. I don't think they'll be that happy about that victory. Yes, they go through further in the Swiss format, but that was not convincing. We expected them to run over 5POWER here, a complete underdog in this tournament. No one knows anything about them, and they struggled there. That was not a comfortable victory whatsoever. Like we said, winning the pistol with 6 rounds either side as well, 3 on either side. That did not look a comfortable victory for them. They really had to work hard for it. Bolts playing out of his mind. I think he finished almost 30 frags there, and it will be 16-11, but it's not looking good for Immortals going forward, I have to say.
No, it's not. They're not convincing at all. This is sloppy CS from them, and it's something they've got to tidy up. But with that said, speaking of tidy, we've got a very handsome gentleman on the desk. It's Alex.